TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
Your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight from the Volusia Speedway Park on a Wednesday night. It is time for Heartland Harley Davidson's Wednesday Night Street Fights, presented by the Dirt Warrior Racing League, or wherever I got that backwards. We're happy to have you at Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Phil Lacasse here, Jack chewing on the controls, and my buddy Todd Stanton back alongside, having a good time here on a Wednesday night. Already attempting to knock me off my game on my intro. Well, now it's your turn, Todd. How the heck are you?
Doing fantastic here this evening. Cannot wait to get the Heartland Harley-Davidson Wednesday Night Street Fights underway, especially at Volusia, one of my favorite tracks in the iRacing.com simulation, and it definitely reminds me of a home track, just a tad bit bigger.
A little bit bigger. We get to this half-mile Volusia Speedway Park. Love this racetrack. It's going to be a great night. So before we go racing, what do you say we bring this thing trackside, pay honor to the greatest nation in the world, the United States of America, with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the brave.
All right, ready to rock and roll. Thank you to Kevin Dedman, Dirty Grass Soul, Charlie Milner at Milner Media and Design for terrific version of the national anthem he's put together for us here, and we get set to go live on the Full Velocity Racing Network here as we got Wednesday night street fights about to take to the grid for the first of what I believe is going to be 2 heat races out there this evening with 20 cars in the pit area. They are beginning to grid, so Todd, I'll throw it to you first. Give us our Volos Trucking starting lineup.
And now your starting lineup for the first heat race. The Volos Trucking starting lineup, starting on the pole, driving the number 117 machine from Team Dirt Warrior. That's 117 of Derek Debris. His day's part of the outside, driving the number 21. That's the evil one. That's Jim Revis. Revis aboard that number 21. Inside row number 2, we see Kevin Prettyman aboard the number 88 machine, and Jordan Curry aboard the number 40 machine, rolling off position 4. Fifth is the Hammer Henry Jones aboard the number 25 machine, and Justin Gledhill aboard the number 51, rolling off in position number 6. 7th starter sees Team Dirt Warrior number 111 of Kyle Moyer, and Eric Eichstead aboard the BladeNote.com number 12 machine. The Voodoo Child going to roll off in position 8. 9th position, you'll see the 142 of Taylor Frost and Mitchell Enos aboard the 097, making up your last row, the 9th and 10th starters here, respectively, here in heat race number 1.
10 cars out there. Each will have 10, and we almost said 9. Jack always likes to tell me there's somebody's not out there. Eric Dubry, the pole sitter, not making the call. So did not answer the bell, so the 117, I guess, won't sit on the pole, and that'll move the inside row up a lane. So that should put Kevin Prettyman up to the pole position. You guys are facetious tonight. I give up, Todd. Can't hear off air what Jack's saying, but God, you guys have been really trying to mess with me for 2 days now.
That's fantastic, Phil. Trying to keep everything interesting here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, the iRacing.com. Chevy Silverado Pace truck over here in turn number 2. They're entering the back straightaway here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And like I said, it's going to be actually Kevin Prettyman and Jim Revis going to be your front row. Then you got the Hammer Henry Jones, and then Jordan Cootie aboard the number 40 machine, running in position number 4. 5th is going to be, like you said, it's all switched up. Justin Gledhill, it's going to be Kyle Moore and Justin Gledhill. They're going to be stacked and packed here off of turn number 4. iRacing I flag, green flag comes out, the first one of the evening, and Kevin Prettyman mashes the gas down into turn number 1. He leads that charge with the 21 and Jim Revis running in that second spot.
Yeah, they'll stack up for third on back already. Henry Jones on the inside of that second row. He brings Jordan Curdy in that red and white black number 40 to the outside. They go door to door to 3 and 4. All going to chase the race leader from RJM, Kevin Prettyman. He'll lead lap 1.
Kevin Prettyman going to lead lap number 1, and that number 88 machine Revis now trying to dip down to the low side. Meanwhile, a good battle going on for the 4th position. The number 51, the Napa Autoports number 51 of Justin Gledhill down to the inside of that number 40 machine. Here comes the number 12 also of Eric Eichstead. Then you have the 11 of Kyle Moyer right there. He's knocking on the door. These guys right now battling for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th respectively on the speedway.
Certainly are. Good racing going on back there. 4th on back, Gledhill's 51. Eric Eichstead, Kyle Moyer back there waiting for guys like Taylor Frost and maybe Mitch Enos in the back of the field to start making their way up there. But looks like so far going to be quiet starts to the evening hours. We complete 3 laps on the board, 8 laps of the distance. They're, of course, going to all race their way into the main event. And Kevin Prettyman doing a really good job of that number 88 car. He'll lead the way, but Jim Revis brings the 21 car. They'll go door to door 3 for the race lead.
Yeah, Jim Revis down on the bottom groove here in that number 21 machine, trying to work over Kevin Prettyman. Prettyman gets a tail bit loose there down the front straightaway. I thought Revis was going to be able to get into him there. They do make a little bit of contact off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Jim Revis now nudges ahead. There in the Team Dirt Warrior number 21 machine, put Revis to the race lead. Prettyman to that second spot.
Prettyman back to the second spot, and I thought he may take a peek back to the low side, but he'll stay in the outside lane. He will follow Jim Revis. That brings Henry Jones, a 25 car, to the mix. The Hammer was some good speed here early. He's going to pull right to the back end of Prettyman, who may take a look to the low side of Revis as we race back for the lead in 3.
Racing for the lead here with the number 88 of Prettyman, now looking to the bottom. The Hammer Henry Jones right there knocking on the doors. Popsicle sticks, 1 up in the air, 2 more trips around the Volusia Speedway Park. And it's Jim Revis, your race leader. Prettyman not going away without a fight, though, about a half a car length back as they enter the back straightaway.
They're equally spaced, 2 car lengths apart from the race lead. Back to Prettyman in second. Henry Jones back there in third as a white flag goes in the air. Then good racing going on back here for the 4th spot, which we've talked more about. You got Justin Gledhill back there with Eric Eichstadt, Kyle Moyer right there as well. Good 3-car battle, but all chasing Jim Revis, who is in the final lap, and he's in turn 3.
Yeah, Jim Revis down through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4 for the final time. Heat race number 1 going to belong to the evil one. Jim Revis aboard the number 21. Second going to go to Kevin Prettyman. Henry Jones going to finish up in that third spot. Justin Gledhill, Eric Eichstead, Kyle Moyer, Jordan Curdy, Mitch Enos, Taylor Frost, and Derek Dubry did finally make it out on the field there, Phil. After a little bit of issue there, tail end Charlie for Derek Dubry in 10th.
All right, so I'll do it here for heat race number 1. I'm going to welcome you all into the Full Velocity Racing Network. Hope everybody is doing well with all the silly stuff going on out there. The world basically feels like it's on shutdown. I feel like the apocalypse is kind of upon us here, the way things have been looking, but happy you guys are out here maybe doing something that's kind of normal. That's out here racing and watching good racing, and we'll take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 2 on the pole. With car number 6, we find Brian Bronson with the 45 alongside of Travis Montgomery. In row number 2, the number 13 is Caleb Ramsey with the Colonel, John Monkern, alongside with car number 36. In the third row, Rockstar DJ Kilinowski with car number 13 with the number 61 of Josh Peacock along to his outside. Last week's winner, the natural one, EJ Jones with car number 84. He will start in position number 7 with Steve Robbins back with us in the 073. Steve on the outside of row number 4, David Brewer in the 319, and Alex Brewer. It's a row full of Brewers there on the 5th row, Todd.
Yeah, it's going to be rather interesting to watch the Brewers see if they can make their way through the field. The pill draw kind of rough to the Brewers here this evening here in heat race number 2. And I've always liked the Ryan Bronson Speedway scheme. That is back out there, Phil, in that number 6 machine. Travis Montgomery has a good-looking car out there. DJ Kalinowski aboard the number 13 machine. He's always has a good car. Just I know it's painted real well. It's Milner Designs and Media there that also sponsor us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we make some killer paint schemes out there. So just reminding you folks, if you want a wrap done and you want a killer wrap done, head on over to Milner Designs and Media. Heck, he does videos too. He does it for Full Velocity Racing Network. Does all of our logo work. We appreciate everything he does. Remember to visit Milner Design and Media, Phil.
Absolutely right. And it looks like yesterday they announced for the acquisition of Milner Media and Design, buying out or whatever, taking over Sim Graphics as well. So Sim Graphics been out there for a while as well. So Charlie and the gang now going to get busy as a couple of really good painters come collide in the world of the iRacing painting world. So hopefully going to see a lot of Charlie's cars on the dirt, but also see him start showing up more and more on the asphalt sides. And he's one of the best painters we can find out there. Charlie Miller does great work as we get ready to do some great racing out here tonight at the Volusia Speedway, parked at Speedway number 6 of Ryan Bronson. Speedway 24 hours, Todd? I think they might be. Let's go racing.
Yeah, they take orders probably 24 hours a day. It's a good order company there for your racing merchandise needs. Way. So the number 6 machine right now, your race leader 3 wide for that second spot. The 13 of DJ Kalinowski down to the bottom. John Monkern, the Colonel, up through the middle, trying to split the difference there. Yellow. Hard Motorsports yellow flag coming out, Phil, over the field already as they were going 3 wide here early in the going. Not sure what brought that one out. It looks like maybe it has something
Caleb
to do with
Ramsey,
Caleb
EJ
Ramsey
Jones
in that number 13 machine.
I was on board the 13 of Caleb Ramsey, so I saw that happen. He hit the inside wall, bounced up, and caught EJ Jones, who was out of the car on the outside that he may have clipped right there. It was the 61 of Josh Peacock also got a piece. So did David Brewer to the 319. Yeah, and EJ Jones definitely, that was right around where EJ's car was. He took a pretty good shot as well. So Caleb bounced off the inside wall and stacked a whole bunch of cars. He smoked the wall. We're smoking walls again.
And you don't want to smoke walls. I can't imagine that's very, very good for your health there, Phil. Rolling up concrete and smoking it. Are you able to smoke it? Have you ever tried it, Phil?
No. Can't say I have.
Has anybody out there tried it?
Well, if you're watching tonight via Facebook Live or YouTube or Twitch TV, you want to hear some of the stupidity what's going on here tonight, have you smoked concrete? Have you rolled it up and smoked it? I can't say I have. I don't know if that's absolutely possible.
It's made me roll over in a race car, Phil.
We have seen that.
I drove right up the wall. The wall is not kind.
I've seen you drive on the wall. That's out there. That's in YouTube land. Folks can look that up. That's a true story. Todd still somehow with us after that one. Maybe he lost a couple of brain cells that day, but
I've never had any.
can't knock out what you have, huh?
No. They say racers don't have brain cells. Remember that, Phil.
That is true. So I've got a
I don't
proclamation to
think it
make
is,
here.
but what's that?
You look down and you see one lap complete, so I am thinking yellow laps are turned off again this week after a discussion after last week, but believe we're going to do caution flag laps do not count once again here tonight. I like that rule. Let's go with it as we go back under green. Ryan Bronson will lead the way, and whoever was on the outside was that Prettyman. Somebody didn't come up to speed.
Montgomery.
It was Montgomery, the 45. He was like a brick.
Yeah, the throttle is on the right, Phil. And it looks
Really?
like Montgomery was oh, contact to the wall on the back straightaway. He goes leading down the back straightaway. At number 45 of Travis Montgomery going for a ride. That's going to bring out another quick yellow flag here, Hard Motorsports yellow flag. But Travis Montgomery going for a ride, Phil, and definitely not in a good way. He was up by the billboards on the back straightaway there. Yeah.
All right, we take a look on the J-Max Strong. Full velocity is the replay. The 45. He didn't go on the start, and I thought maybe somebody gave him a shove to get going. Nope, he hit the right pedal, and he ended up touching the wall, and then got booted up into the billboard. So that's pretty wild. Drive for number 45, Travis Montgomery. I thought if he didn't get up to speed, somebody may give him a hand and, give him a boost from behind. Ever just get push started by somebody? I can't say I have, but I thought Travis may, but the only thing he bump started was the outside wall. That didn't end well because he had some help from behind afterward.
Yeah, definitely having some help from behind. Tough break for Travis Montgomery. Going to have to pull that down into the infield, and he'll make the A main. That's the nice thing here about the Heartland and Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights. Don't forget, Heartland Harley Davidson, free shipping on all bikes. So
yes.
Thank you to Heartland Harley Davidson. I mean, that's a heck of a deal for shipping on a bike. I would like to know how much it is to ship a bike from where they're at to New York, Phil. I'm sure that's a pretty costly expense, and they're doing that for free.
You sure you can get bike delivered in New York? I mean, the good governor out there is everything on lockdown in that entire state, I would think. I know mine does.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is affecting racing out here in the Northeast. We know everything
Everywhere.
coming up here, and especially New York. We know our seasons are coming up, and they're short as it is. I've been looking forward to racing season out here, and definitely not looking forward to this coronavirus stuff that's been going on. And you take a look at that, Phil, and there was a great meme out there. There was a kid, and a bat and a ball, and the ball was going in an unforeseen area, and it explained about the racing that was going on and the coronavirus thing. Well, can't start racing season yet. So I definitely don't want to go into extreme detail, but man, that was a good meme out there. As iRacing outside, green flag back out. Ryan Bronson, your race leader. Second is the P61 of Josh Peacock. He is challenging there with the number 36, John Monkern. Monkern looks to the bottom. DJ Kalinowski and Alex Brewer go at it there for the fourth and fifth spot. Make a little bit of contact. Brewer into the outside wall a tad bit, but Brewer fights back down to the inside, gives a little bit more of a shot to the 13, trying to uproot him out of the way there, Phil. I don't know. Maybe his nickname may come back there. Definitely driving real hard there. AJ Judson. Some more contact with the 13. He drives him way up the track into the opening. The one of Alex Brewer, man. Phil, I've been refraining from calling him that, but he definitely looked like a bulldozer there.
They were getting after it, and they were making some heavy contact through turns number 1 and 2, and then again down the back chute at 3 and 4, and the opening of the wall found one DJ Kalinowski, and that's not going to end well for the 13 car, as we'll see it again back here on a J-Max Strong. Full velocity is the replay. The 1 and the 13 make contact. DJ's car up the hill, and I don't know if he parked it there or it just found it there. I want another view of that one. Just found itself there. The opening, did it hit anything? Because that was a pretty cool little look from where I was. Yeah, you see another guy smoking concrete. DJ Kalinowski, don't call him the rock star for nothing. Contact from him and Alex Brewer sends DJ almost literally out the door of the racetrack. Thank God the gate caught him.
Yeah, definitely a tough break for DJ Kalinowski. See if he'll be able to make his way back out onto the speedway, Phil. Delaware Double File restarts the way of the land here. Yellow flag, the yellow fever been coming here for a little bit here. This race having a little bit of a time getting going here.
Yes, it certainly is. We're communicating, looks like off the air with the evil one, Jim Revis, sending information our way. I thought I heard him talking to me inside the Air Racing chat as well, so I'll have to get those sounds turned up because I did hear my name, did hear some instruction, did hear that caution flag laps are not counting out there tonight. So we'll ride around here all night long. We'll race all laps under green. I'm okay with that. So hopefully all things kind of go as we plan they will, as we'll wait and see, is Ryan Bronson now with 3 laps complete. We'll start lap number 4. We get back to green. It looks like we get a Delaware double file restart. Or was the final lap already? What's that?
Not sure what's going on here, Phil. A little bit of something hijinks going on here for race number 2. It says final lap on the screen, but I got 4 of 8 here.
I got 4.
Flag, green flag comes back out over the field, but we're seeing a white flag already. So
something broke.
Awry.
Something is weird, but all I do know is Ryan Bronson leads the way down the back chute. Josh Peacock now, he'll make his way around John Monker. New paint scheme there for the 36. John will fall into the 3rd spot. Alex Brewer in the number 1 coming back to Hill riding 4th, but we are all chasing Ryan Bronson, and he's got Josh Peacock breathing all down his neck, and Monkern is all of a just off. Good 3-car race for the lead down the back chute. Oh, that's checkered flag, so something was weird.
Told you the checkered flag was going out there. And green white checkers, that's the first time I've seen it really act up like that, Phil. So it's definitely something that we're going to have to work. They're going to have to work on in the iRacing simulation.
I know.
We're getting ready already for the main feature racing time in the Voiles Trucking starting lineup. Going to go away like this. Starting on the pole here this evening, driving the number 21, the evil one. That is Jim Revis and his dancing partner on the outside. He race number 2 winner, driver of the Speedway number 6 machine. That's Ryan Bronson.
In row number 2 with car number 88, we find Kevin Prettyman, and alongside Kevin in the number 61, the Carolina Outlaw, Josh Peacock.
Next row back, inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting spot. That is the Hammer, Henry Jones, and outside of him, the Colonel, the 36. That's John Monkern.
Justin Gledhill, great to call his name again, aboard car number 51. He will start 7th, and alongside the number 1 car, Heartland Harley Davidson, brings us Alex Brewer.
Inside row number 5 in the 9th starting spot, the Voodoo Child, the number 12, that is Eric Eichstead, brought to you BladeNote.com, the sponsor on that machine. And outside of him, driving the number 10, the Natural One, E.J. Jones, aboard the Cedar Cove, number 84.
All right, well, I can tell you, Todd, E.J. has slated to start 10th, but he will go to the rear of the field for winning last week, but we'll call him 10th for the time being. Rolling off 11th with car number 11 will be Kyle Moyer, and alongside with the number 13 will be Caleb Ramsey.
Inside row number 7, you'll see Jordan Curdy aboard the number 40 machine, and outside of him, David Brewer aboard the number 319.
97 car rolling off 15th. That is Mitchell Enos with the 013 alongside DJ Kilinowski.
Next row, back in the 9th starting spot, the driver of the 142, that's Taylor Frost. And Steve Robbins aboard the 073 machine. Robbins aboard that 073, position number 18.
19 starter scheduled to be the 117 of Derek Dubry and the 45 of Travis Montgomery. Scheduled. Did Travis make his way back in? No, we did not. When he hit the wall there, I think I saw him exit the premises. The wall one. Travis is gone for the night. So I believe we have 19 cars out there. And I do know E.J. Jones will go to the rear of the field. He was scheduled on the outside of row 5. But as custom here at DWRL, you win Wednesday night street fights. The following week, you start at the rear. I think it's something that's always made this series a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what EJ is going to be able to do. As like I said, he is slated outside of row number 5 is the iRacing I flag. Green flag gets ready to come out. The restacked, repacked iRacing I flag. Green flag is out, and we're racing down the front straightaway, diving off into turn number 1, the number 21 of Jim Revis. Your race leader, Kevin Prettyman, dives down to the inside, fighting side by side for that 2nd spot with Ryan Bronson. Bronson pulls a little bit ahead of him as Prettyman blinks out just a little bit. He comes down to the turn number 3. Where is he? He leads on to the 6th machine. He disappears. I thought he was going inside of his car, but Prettyman fighting side by side there, Phil. For how long, huh?
I don't know. I'm hoping Gomer and the aliens will leave the 88 car alone because they have Bronson having a good race there for a second. What that did, I think there was a brown stain on the 61's pants after that one because Peacock rolled way out of the gas. He lost a spot to the 25 of Henry Jones down to the bottom. Now Alex Brewer to the low side. So I think the 88 having that little blink issue, I think everybody kind of checked up. And now here comes the hammer, Henry Jones. Him and Bronson, they go door to door for 3rd in the back chute.
Yeah, Henry Jones able to get around. Ryan Bronson now 3 wide there. As here comes Alex Brewer down the inside. Yellow, yellow, yellow. First yellow flag of the evening. Our Motorsports bringing out this yellow flag. I'm not sure who brought out this one, though. Looks like Justin Gledhill and that number 51 machine bringing out a yellow flag here. As it looks like DJ got into the number 51, the Napa Auto Parts number 51, sending him around. A little bit of help from the 13 machine. Goes a long way for that 51 as he goes around, spins around in a knot, able to keep it going, but it was enough to bring out our first our Motorsports yellow flag of the evening, and that replay brought to you in part by J-Max Journeys.
Sure is. Yeah, we watched Justin Glenhill's car kind of get some help, goes around, pointed the wrong way, that brought the yellow flag out. So what I can tell you is we do have 3 laps complete. Now, caution laps are counting here in the feature, so what I think happened here tonight, Todd, I think we saw heat race number 2 ended abruptly, and I think I figured out why. The time clock was set for 7 minutes. I think that eclipsed before we got 8 laps complete there under green. So I'm thinking that was the issue there in heat 2.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how everything is happening here. I know they were talking about the yellow flags going away because the yellow flags that do not count, Phil, were having some issues last week, and that's what they were trying to do. Now they're on Delaware double file restarts also here at the front of the field, so that's another interesting thing for them here this week. I believe that was supposed to start going away too for them. As the lights are extinguished atop the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado pace truck, it's Jim Revis on a row all by his lonesome. You get Kevin Prettyman and Henry Jones, your row number 2. We'll see what's going to happen here as Prettyman's been having a little bit of mechanical issues of woes for Will here with the number 88 machine. So we'll see if he's got that ironed out and it can attack that leader, that number 21 of Jim Revis.
Yes, they will. We'll see what happens as we get ready to rock and roll. The lights are out around the half-mile Volusia Speedway Park. The iRacing.com Chevrolet Silverado pace truck is down in the pit lane, and let's go under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag. Jim Revis will be the first to hit him over in turn 1.
And Kyle Moyer tried to make it 4 wide towards the back of the pack, but the hammer Henry Jones now moves into the second spot. He solidifies himself into the second spot as Kevin Prettyman now looks to the bottom, but the Brewer machine, the Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 machine, now peaks to the bottom. A little bit of contact there from the 1 machine, or the 6 machine in the back there, I should say. The 1 of Alex Brewer now goes down the inside, side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. Here comes Alex Brewer fighting with the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman as they enter the back straightaway.
Sure is, and trying to look over the low side here in 3 and 4, and kind of interested to see how this track plays out over the course of what is going to be a 50-lap feature event. Everybody looks like right now the fastway is the middle toward the high lane. You got to imagine low side will come back here later. Maybe some sliders will be thrown. Brewer trying to race with Prettyman now for that 3rd and 4th positions back here, but I'll tell you what, right now Prettyman doing a really good job. Brewer now relinquish the low side. He'll fall back in line. They're double wide behind him. Peacock to the top lane, and we find Ryan Bronson with 6 car. That's a battle for 5th over in 1.
You also got Josh Peacock right there, Ramsey there. DJ Kalinowski making some contact there with the 6th machine, trying to make his way up through. Here comes the P61 of Josh Peacock down to the inside, side-by-side battle with the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey right now holding on to the 5th spot. Peacock trying to rustle that spot away as they enter turn 1.
It is Ramsey in a 13. I thought that was a 6 car. I was wrong. It was a 13 doing a good job. Caleb Ramsey off the inside and puts away Josh Peacock for the time being, running back there for 4th, 5th, and 6th as we look into turn number 3 and 4. Jim Revis, so far so good, has led all the laps. We complete lap number 11, and he's got a good little lead between himself and Henry Jones, Kevin Prettyman. Look at those guys running to the top 3. What a great job Henry and Kevin are doing.
Doing a fantastic job. There's Alex Brewer running that 3rd spot. Now here comes the 13. Down to the inside, Caleb Ramsey now moves into the 4th spot in the number 13 machine. Prettyman running in the 5th, and that number 88. As these guys are fighting tooth and nail for every spot that they can gain on this racetrack here at the Volusia Speedway Park.
Doing a great job so far as we've had a change for position number 3 is we're going to go Sheffield Graphics on board. Who are we going on board with, Jack? Let's go on board the 1 of Alex Brewer. He's worked his way now up to the 3rd spot. We'll see if he gets chased out with 25. He is right there to the left rear, looking once again through turns number 1 and 2. Brewer from deep in the field, Todd, had to go from the back of his seat race, now up in the top 5 and running in 3rd. By the time we exit 3 and 4, he'd make a bid for 2nd.
And watching him, he saw that steering wheel inside the cockpit of that number 1 machine sponsored by Heartland Harley Davidson. He peeks down to the bottom of Henry Jones, just watching him work the middle portion of the track, trying to get around Team Dirt Warrior number 25. These guys are teammates. They are going at it here. The Hammer right now having a fantastic run. Right now it's all Team Dirt Warrior, the top 3, Phil, but a fantastic view brought to you apart by Sheffield Graphics.
We have a yellow flag on the speedway. Yellow is out. I believe, what is this? Yellow flag number 3. Heartland Harley Davidson are It's 97 of Mitch Enos going around, it looks like, to put us under Team Hart Motorsports yellow flag. It looks like with our full velocity instant replay brought to you by jmaxstrong.com. Jack was queuing me up for something, Todd, but looks like we don't need the stick out quite yet as we have contact to bring around the yellow flag.
Unfortunately, contact there. Derek DeVries in the 117 machine running the top shelf of the speedway. Michino's right there. He comes sliding up the track, gets into the 117. Michino's thought he was going to be able to get out of it. Unfortunately, coming right there directly behind him, the natural one. E.J. Jones in the 84 plowing into the 097, sending him completely around into the wall there. And the 84 having a lot of damage to the front of the machine too, so 3 cars tore up in that incident over there, Phil. We'll see if they're going to be able to get it back repaired and back to the tail end of that field.
Have to wait and see as a couple of good cars tore up involved. You talk about E.J. Jones, last week's winner. You know why it's so hard to repeat as a Wednesday Night Street Fight champion week to week, Todd? Because you start back there and you never know what's going to happen. We know EJ's a heck of a race car driver, but you have to make your way through traffic and negotiate the guys in front of you. It sometimes doesn't go according to plan.
Yeah, sometimes it does not go to plan, and that's one of those things that you're fighting with. Probably, I'm going to say the top-notch dirt racers, restock drivers in the iRacing simulation here, and these guys are open setup guys. They're not fixed setup guys, so it definitely not easy to make it up through the field. You got a lot of teammates out there that have been helping each other on these setups. They've been grinding I would say the midnight oil probably. A lot of these guys I've seen up way past midnight, Phil, working on setups or racing or doing something for that matter. These guys are all a pretty tight-knit group here, close teammates. Team Dirt Warrior, you got the 61 of Josh Peacock, who belongs to Bulletproof Motorsports. Those guys also always trying to make themselves better, so they've been a little bit more on the asphalt scene as of late, and I don't know why.
Don't know. Maybe just something different. Sometimes you're going to mix it up because the different flavors, the spice of life, I guess, is. We go back under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag now, putting 20 laps of 50 on the board. Jim Revis will lead. Let's go 3 wide for second, then the back chute.
Yeah, 3 wide is Alex Brewer up through the middle of the Heartland Harley Davidson #1 machine. 3 wide with Peacock way down to the bottom side here. He's catfishing it in the P61 machine, trying to take over that second spot, trying to wrestle it away from Alex Brewer. Brewer right now fading back there up on the top shelf of the speedway, but Peacock able to keep that momentum down in the bottom. It's a great side-by-side battle for that second spot.
Certainly is. The big loser there on that restart was the 25 of Henry Jones. He got knocked right outside with top 3. He will run 5th off the corner as we slow it down again. Yellow finds himself out here in Volusia as we begin lap number 22. We'll slow it on back down with Team Hart Motorsports yellow flag number 4 and give us a chance to once again take a look at a full velocity instant replay. Brought to you by jmaxstrong.com, and I don't really have an idea where it is, but I do have a guess. That was my guess. The 117 of Dubris and the 51 of Gledhill involved in a disagreement of space-time.
Yeah, the 117 of Derek DeVries working the bottom side of the speedway. Justin Gledhill comes back down as DeVries was minding his own business. The 51 comes back down the track there. Unfortunately, it looks like Bronson may have pushed down the number 51 into the 117. That puts the 51 around Justin Gledhill. Going to be tailing Charlie out of this event already. Steve Robbins and Travis Montgomery never started this event, so now that's going to put Justin Gledhill running in the 18th position at number 51 machine, Phil.
That's going to be tough to come back from. I'm just happy to see Gledhill out here racing. He's one of the good ones out there for sure, a good egg. I think he's the ultimate, racer's racer, is trying to do the best he can with what he's got. Not a whole lot of practice time. He works a lot, so doesn't get a lot of seat time he would like. So when I see a guy like Gledhill out there, I'm always rooting for him.
Yeah, definitely rooting for him. It's definitely a good old college try kind of terminology there, and he definitely puts his all into every race when he's out there. He has fun, and that's the name of the game, Phil, is to have fun. And one of these times we're going to see him down in BladeNote.com victory lane way before probably one of us. It's going to come. It's going to come for Justin Gledhill. I have a feeling. It may not come this season, but it may come later this season, may come earlier this season. I'm not 100% positive, but glad he'll get one of these times on Full Velocity Racing Network. iRacing flag. Green flag comes back out here, Phil, on lap 25 of 50. We are halfway home.
Halfway home, and the players at the front have changed a bit. Jim Revis leading the way. Now Alex Brewer and Josh Peacock pick up a battle for the second spot. Look right behind them. You got the 13 of Caleb Ramsey is there. Henry Jones holding on. Eric Eichstadt, the number 12. He's starting to creep to the picture as well as him and Kyle Moyer a double file, and now almost 3 wide through turn 1.
Yeah, almost 3 wide is Eric Eichstadt down on the bottom there. We are 3 wide with Kevin Prettyman, the 11 machine, and the 25 of the Hammer. So you got Kyle Moyer right there. Prettyman way down to the bottom side now. Eric Eichstadt goes to fight with the 13 of Caleb Ramsey directly in front of him. Now we got a battle for the race lead starting to heat up, Phil. We got a 3-car battle, I would say. The 21 of Jim Revis right now has it. Here comes Alex Brewer to the outside. Josh Peacock right there, too. Alex Brewer to the outside trying to power move him down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. Revis has it so far, while Brewer is lightning fast up on the top shelf of the speedway crossover maneuver from the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer fights side by side. I think it's going to be the 21 there at the line that time by just by a tick. Maybe the 21 here by my eyesight, but slide jobs going on here. These guys going back and forth. They're scoring Alex Brewer, the race leader, Phil, but these guys going back and forth. Fantastic job. Here comes the 61 of Josh Peacock down on the inside.
Revis and Brewer were exchanging a couple of slide jobs, and Peacock found a vacancy in the low side. He's put it there. We're 3 deep off turn number 2 for the race lead. Josh will stunt the run to the bottom, but Brewer and Revis continue to battle on. They're 3 wide once again as we head to turn 3.
Yeah, heading down here into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Revis trying to hold on. Brewer right there knocking on the door. Brewer going to take that lap. That time by in the Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 machine. As a 21 of Jim Revis trying to catfish the bottom. Trying to do something down there, Phil, but I tell you what, the outside seems to be hot right now. A hot ticket item for that number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer really staying in the throttle as he comes off of turn number 4. Going to lead this time by.
Absolutely, Todd. And I'm watching these drivers exit turn 2, and especially over here in turn number 4. The group keeps getting higher and higher and higher. Brewer going out there. I was watching the battle for third right behind. Josh Peacock leading Caleb Ramsey. They're both out there on the really bright dirt on the outside lane, so they haven't run that part of the racetrack in yet, but they may look for grip up there. I think the outside lane may be the place to be here in a little bit, but Jim Revis, he wins back over to lead down low. Give him the scoring at the line there. He'll lead Brewer off of 2.
Going to be rather interesting. If the yellow flag comes out, you want to be ahead of one another here when that yellow flag does indeed come out. As Jim Revis now sliding up here into the top spot as Alex Brewer going to fight back. He's going to look down to the inside there in the number 1 machine. Good battle going on for third between Caleb Ramsey and Josh Peacock in that P61 machine as these guys go side by side here. As Caleb Ramsey gets out of shape there, I thought he was going to completely lose it there. That number 13 machine, good hands by the 13 to save it. He's still going to maintain that 4th spot now. He comes under heavy pressure from Kyle Moore, and then 11 as the battle still wages for the top spot.
Heavy pressure, yeah, that was a little bit of a tap from the 11 car over there in turn number 3, letting Caleb know I'm there. Kyle going to put the 11 down to the low side. Ramsey versus Moyer for 5th. We had a battle still raging off in the lead. Brewer has now found himself to the low side of Revis. They're going to be door-to-door for the top spot off of 4.
Yeah, Jim Revis on the top shelf of the speedway trying to maintain his top spot. And then number 21 machine, Alex Brewer, running in that 2nd spot. Last time by, it looks like they were pretty much equal at the line, Phil. As what scoring time it has on my side, I have them equal at the line there between the 1 and the 21. They scored. Jim Revis just a tick ahead. This time by coming out of turn number 4, maybe Alex Brewer this time at the line. Yep, definitely Alex Brewer at the line. That number 1 machine takes over that top spot with 15 laps remaining. You got Josh Peacock still waiting in the weeds for maybe one of these guys to make a mistake, Phil. These guys are almost running identical lap times.
They certainly are, and Peacock may be laying in the weeds. So I'm going to tell you who's not. The 11 of Moyer. Kyle has been digging. He's been down to the low side. He pulled right to the back of the 61. So what was a 3-car race for the race lead may have just become 4, but Moyer, you can see him working that low side off of 2. It's just not there, but Peacock found the low side. Let's go 3 deep for the race lead in 3.
Now Josh Peacock really sticking it in there to make it 3 wide there as we turn into 3 and off of turn number 4. A 3 wide battle coming off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway here, all battling down into turn number 1. Peacock looks like he has to back out of it temporarily, Phil, but he's able to get the bite on the bottom, able to protect that bottom group from Kyle Moyer. Moyer's right there. Don't look now. That number 11 machine, he's been fast here this season already. That 11 car looking to try to put that back into victory lane. Moyer is the fastest car out in the speedway right now, Phil.
I was going to say, the last couple of laps, I think the 11 may be the fastest. Call him 4 wide for the lead off to number 2. Moyer got squished out of the bottom, but Revis up high. You got to imagine he's going to feel what's going on as he continues to ride the high side. Brewer and Peacock, they stay door to door. Not quite 3 wide, but God, this is exciting.
Definitely a fantastic race going on for the lead. That's why I like Volusia Speedway Park. But yellow flag going to come out, Phil. Restack and repack this field. And it's going to make the changes just a little bit different. Looks like we may have a turtle out there on the speedway. Maybe is it going to be John Monkern in that 36? Yep, the 36 of John Monkern. No, the 40 actually, excuse me. They must look identical there, but the 40 going for a ride there. And turtle on the front straight away. So we get a point here tonight, Phil. Remember we set a new record here a couple nights ago.
You got
on a
12?
Sunday night. We had 12 points, so everybody looking to maybe beat that. Is Jordan going to be the first TDR-racing turtle of the evening? Yeah,
Sure did.
It was serious.
That was a super turtle right there. It was up in the air and landed on its lid. That takes a little bit of talent. Jordan Curdy's car upside down, had some help. Went for a ride. Went right. He was up in the air 2 or 3 different times. That's a super turtle, folks. I don't care what you say.
Now, what makes a super turtle, Phil? Is that a cape?
Well, the way he went launching through the air not once but twice, I would say if you don't have a superhero cape, he probably has something. What I can tell you he probably does have.
Is he like
probably
Inspector Gadget?
Maybe.
Yeah, when I fly.
Ooh, I don't know. Will an eye flag tell you you're flying through the air?
I don't think so.
I'm not exactly
I
sure,
think
but
Jeff needs to program that, though.
I think he
Hey,
might.
flying through the air. What's going on?
Oh, in the words of Ricky Bobby, I'm in the air. This is not good.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Or, oh shit, this is going to hurt?
Yeah.
I remember saying that when I went to hit the concrete barrier.
Yeah, then if I recall, your next words were, is my car on its wheels, give my helmet.
No, it wasn't. Is my car on its wheels? Can I go racing?
Yeah, I knew it was something stubborn like that. I work at one of the best, and Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, but yeah, he's a stubborn ass. I'll tell you what, if you don't think he's stubborn enough, you guys haven't met Jack yet either. So, something about Todd's. There's something about Todd's that just make you want to pull your hair out sometimes. I'm stuck between 2 of them. That's right, Todd. As we go off, turn number 4, let's go back to racing. Jim Revis once again lead the way. Let's get back to this terrific battling we had. That was fun. That took the air out of the balloon. And I look up and where did E.J. Jones come from? All of a sudden, he's in the top 6.
E.J. Jones definitely doing a fantastic job there. The Cedar Cove number 84 machine. He's had a lot of trouble towards the back of the pack, but to see him up inside the top 6, that machine rolling pretty well here. With 6 laps to go, I don't know if he's going to have enough to get maybe to a podium finish, as we got a good battle going on for the second spot between Alex Brewer and Josh Peacock. Peacock gives a little bit of a bumper to Revis.
Oh!
Revis gets out of shape, but Peacock backs out of it there. He's going to lose spots because he did back out of it. 3 wide battling for the third spot. Here comes Alex Brewer. Brewer slides it in. Oh
my goodness.
Go around. Nope, he saves it, but he causes the stack up behind him.
Oh, I was going to ask, in your professional opinion, Todd, being the sim racer and avid dirt racer you are, how exactly did they not all wreck over there like 2 or 3 different
They
times?
kept it going. They kept it going. That was fantastic.
My God.
Agility. That's what it is, agility.
I don't know if it was skill or I was saying I don't know if skill or a whole lot of luck involved, but that was fun to watch. Exactly. Close your eyes. And do not close your eyes. They're 3 wide for third back here. Moyer in the middle of Alex Brewer and Caleb Ramsey. And now a race for the lead starting to shape up in these closing laps. Jim Revis has led them all. Well, just about all of them. But Josh Peacock right now wants to take it all the way because he's at a low side as we have 2 laps remaining next time by.
Yeah, with 3 laps remaining right now. Now we're going down to turn 3 and 4. Popsicle Stick's going to come out in the air here for Jim Revis, the evil one, to try to hold on here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Revis dives off into turn number 1. Josh Peacock right there knocking on the door. Alex Brewer running in that third spot. He's under heavy pressure from the 11 of Kyle Moyer. Here comes Peacock waging war down to the bottom as he enters turn 3.
He certainly is. He is there. The JP Designs versus Evil One Graphics there. Running for the race lead off to number 4 under the white flag. Revis going to lead the way. We're a half mile away. I almost don't want this one to end. The race has been so dang good.
Has been fantastic as they come off of turn number 2. Jim Revis has the race lead. Here comes Peacock once again. Going to try one final ditch effort down into turn number 3 for the final time. And off of turn number 4, going to be a drag race to the start finish line. Revis gets the bite off the corner. He's going to take down the victory. And then number 21 machine second going to go to Josh Peacock. Third to Alex Brewer. Kyle Moyer, Caleb Ramsey, Eric Eichstead, Kevin Prettyman, Ryan Bronson, Taylor Frost, David Brewer, Henry Jones, Machinos, Derek Debris, DJ Kalinowski, EJ Jones, Justin Gledhill, Jordan Crudy, and then you have John Monkern, Steve Robbins, and Travis Montgomery rounding out your 20 cars. But good race to those guys, man. That was a fantastic show here at the Volusia Speedway Park.
Certainly was. It was a whole lot of fun. We hope you all enjoyed it as well. And that means it's time to head over to Discord for the post-race show, brought to you by BladeNote.com. We're going to take the jump. Let's hope you join us here as well, live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live on the post-race show on the Full Velocity Racing Network, sponsored by BladeNode.com. They are simple web solutions powered by nerds. We need web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers. You look no further. Our friends over at BladeNode.com, and they sponsor the post-race show. We're here tonight in Volusia for the Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday Night Street Fights. The champion for this week will be the number 21 of Jim Revis. Second will go to Josh Peacock, and our third place finisher, but it was only by a nose in a terrific race, one of the better ones I bet we see. Hopefully not the best one we see all season. That was a great one there. Alex Brewer will get third tonight. Alex, you had I guess you say tonight, a war. It was a street fight for your car. It was a war. You somehow come out with a third place run, but tell us about the evening as a whole. We saw some terrific racing.
Oh yeah, it was a very fun race. Racing with Josh and Jim and all those guys. I didn't even imagine I'd be up front where I started in my heat race, but it turned out pretty good for me.
Certainly did. And talk about, though, you guys are probably about almost 8 to 10 laps. You were just about 3 wide for the corner. Jim was up high. You were stuck in the middle. Josh was down the low side. How comfortable do you feel when you're in the middle with 2 cats like that you've raced a billion laps?
Pretty comfortable with those guys. Yeah, we ran 3 wide and probably only touched each other once.
There's very minimal if you guys even touched it all, Alex. It was a really fun race to watch. And I don't get sad that a lot of these end as abruptly as this one did, but this was a lot of fun. You guys put a great race on, and let me give you the mic one more time to you. Let you thank your great sponsors and teammates behind you. Dirt Warrior guys did a really good night.
Yeah, I got to thank my team, Dirt Warrior, and Eric Eichstead for the wrap, Heartland Harley for sponsoring the league and helping out with that, and you guys for broadcasting.
Tell you what, this one was a lot of fun to watch tonight. Alex Brewer with the Heartland Harley Davidson car number 1. will finish up in position number 3. We'll let him go. I am certain we will be talking to him again really soon for certain as we take a walk down here for the second night in a row. I will find our buddy with car number 61, the Carolina Outlaw, Josh Peacock, getting a runner-up finish here tonight. Josh, great job by you and Jim in those closing laps. You guys raced around each other all night long. That was a lot of fun for us to watch. How great was that behind the wheel to be a part of a great battle like that?
Oh man, it's like I told Jim. I would rather finish second in a race like that than win in a bad way. And that was good fun. I think me, him, and Alex run 3 wide for a couple laps, and I had just enough room around the bottom, and I don't think I ever touched Alex, and I don't know if he, I think Jim said they bumped once, but it was mostly clean. That was real racy racetrack, and that was fun.
That was a lot of fun to watch for sure. And I tell you what, you guys came off turn number 3 and 4 about, I think, coming to the white, and you had that run off of 4 about as low as you could possibly come. I'm not sure if you saw that water barrel coming in the opening of the wall in the bottom, but you made me pucker out of my chair because I thought for a minute you were going to hit it. You didn't. How the heck do you guys do that? Make that look so easy?
No, I mean, especially this track more or less anywhere else. I have, especially the Gobbler prep from last year, I have a lot of laps around this place. I don't think too much has changed here's of recently with the build. So no, I figured out a lot of places there are lines around this place, so work out pretty good.
It's the best racetrack I think iRacing's dirt scene has right now here in Volusia. And Josh Peacock, a second place finish here tonight, man. Let me give you the mic one more time and give the great crew and the team and the sponsors and all the other folks that you get involved with your race team. There was many.
Yeah, I want to thank all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports, for all they do for me week in, week out. I give a shout out to my sponsor, Tim Cummings, CCM Custom Graphics and Design. I give a shout out to you guys for being on the race car and everything y'all do for me. And for their phenomenal broadcast week in, week out as always. I'll give a shout out to J-Max. Check him out on Facebook at J-Max Journeys or Jonathan's Journeys. Also check him out at jmaxstrong.com. So it's pretty cool apparel to help with medical expenses. Get awareness out, and shameless plug for JP Designs putting his badass strap on the car, and all the guys at DWRL putting a series on. It's a damn blast coming here and race week in, week out and put on shows like that.
You ain't kidding, man. That's why I call this league the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues. And this guy does it. One of the best out there with car number 61, Josh Peacock, a runner-up finish tonight here in Volusia, but there can only be one. And it's really good to see when the boss of Vinny Yikes, of course, but when the boss man from the Dirt Warrior Racing League, Mr. Jim Revis, gets a victory lane, Todd, I think we always feel good to hear he's going to be happy for a night.
Definitely down here, BladeNote.com. Victory lane with the driver, the number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis, taking down a victory. A fantastic race between you and Josh Peacock there towards the end of that one, Jim. And you guys all were duking it out pretty good there, and a great race overall, I think, here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Tell us about your win here tonight.
I had a blast, man. Running with Josh and Alex up there 3 wide for a lap or 2. Man, it was great. I just hate the server settings were messed up because we should have ran 10 more laps, and I don't know if Josh had anything for me in those 10 laps or not, but he was right there knocking on the door.
Well, you might as well take advantage of it here tonight, Jim, because I know it'll be corrected next time. But definitely a shorter race there helping you out, maybe. Or maybe it didn't help you out. It could have been either way there for that 50-lap event. But definitely a good race, never to say the least there. And a win here at DWRL, that's one of those things that is very, very hard to come by. And definitely got to feel good here tonight.
Oh yeah, the Wednesday night street fights, they're coveted wins. If you can get one of them or even a podium finish, you've come a long ways in your iRacing on the Dirt Street Stocks Open setup with us. Like I said, everybody there for a while. Hell, I had Henry Jones knocking on my door there, and I was like, holy shit, Henry's got some speed.
He definitely did a good job here tonight, and definitely seen a lot of drivers improve here, even from last season there, Jim. And seen a lot of Team Dirt Warrior guys up towards the front there. It speaks of volumes of work that you guys do to the setups. I tell Phil, I see you guys in there an awful lot. Just testing out setups, doing different things, trying to twerk on different things to try to make you guys faster. Because there for a while, Bulletproof was top dogs, and now all of a sudden you've caught them, and definitely makes a good race for that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good teams out there, and the amount of practice that we all put in, help each other out, and we'll get a setup out, somebody will tweak on it, make it a little faster and give it back, and then we'll tweak on it, make it a little faster. And like I said, without the team we wouldn't be as fast as what we are with all the practice and everything we've been doing here lately.
All right, Jim, before I let you go, I'm going to give you the microphone one last time. You can thank who let's thank here tonight for this big W.
All right, I appreciate it, Todd and Phil. First and foremost, like I said, I always got to thank Team Dirt Warrior, man. We would not be where we're at without the dedication of the team working on the setups. BladeNo.com coming on again this year. Great. Junk Fabrication, 72 DJ Man Racing. Got to give a shout out to DJ there in the cart, doing the carts and everything. You guys, of course, man, FBRN, always do a hell of a job broadcasting. Wouldn't even think about going anywhere else. And if anybody's looking for broadcasting, FBRN, buddy. Eichstead Wraps, The Boss, E1G, iRacing Dirt Painters, iRacing iFlag. Shout out to Jeff there. All the members that join in every Wednesday, every Sunday to run the races with us, and all the fans and viewers that we get to watch. Without all of you guys, man, DWRL wouldn't be what it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here, driver the number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis, going to have to start in the rear, but next week, but he's going to have a week to brag about this one.
Yeah, hey, you know, that starting in the rear for 1 week, that don't bother me a bit.
I have an idea, Jim. Take this on the board here for us. All races should be shortened by 10 laps if it allows Jim to.
Hey, now, this was a pure accident. Because, like I said, with this new beta, we went in and we unchecked the cautions because the last Wednesday it threw a couple guys a lap down. So we decided we was going to go back with our old. Well, I guess there's another setting in the heat races for the cautions do not count. So I got to check that. And then I probably didn't change it from last week when we ran 50 laps when the cautions do not count to 60 laps, trying to get the server set up. So, you know me though, Phil. My setups come in at the end, so
That's right.
It usually about lap 45 to the ends when they start really coming in. And like I said, I wish there was 10 more laps because I don't know if Josh would have got me or not, but it'd have been a damn close race.
You bet your butt it would have. Well, congratulations, Jim, once again. Thanks all you do for us. That was fun to watch. Even 10 laps less, buddy. A win's a win. They don't come.
Oh, I appreciate it, Phil. Like I said, you guys best in the business. Always say that. Always will say that. And if you're looking for a broadcast league out there, guys, 4-year league, FBRN is one of the top-notch leagues or broadcasters. I highly recommend them.
Well, we appreciate all the love there. Our buddy Jim Revis, tonight's winner at Volusia. And that will do it for us here for the Volusia Speedway Park. Wednesday night street fights always lives up to the billing, Todd. And I'll tell you what, I'll let you sign us off tonight. But that was fun. That was a great race.
It definitely was fun here tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park, and these guys putting up 3 wide, 4 wide at times. It was crazy, but Jim Revis coming out on top, definitely where he wanted to be here tonight. And Team Dirt Warrior, Bulletproof, those guys keep going at it back and forth, winning races here. If you want to join the best street stock league, I tell you out there, next season when they open up invites for the shootout series, make sure you get involved here at DWRL, and you'll definitely be broadcasted by Full Velocity Racing Network. It'll definitely be a fantastic time, and these guys are top-notch guys over here at DWRL. We got to thank everyone for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. On the behalf of myself, Phil Legass, and Jack Truin, making all the magic happen down there, pushing all the controls. Going to remind you to keep the hammer down here off of turn number 4, and we'll see you next time here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good night.
Peace.